Hello, this is Ask Me Anything with Hal Runkel. I'm going to get started. The question that was sent in this week was from a mother concerned about her daughter, preteen daughter. I'm in need of some suggestions, help with my daughter. She's 9, very tall, or 11, I can't remember, I can't see. She's very tall, she towers over her classmates, including the teacher. I can see her struggling with who she is. She's a very beautiful girl, but doesn't think so. She gets in trouble a lot at school for talking and giggling, and when that happens, she either gets mad or cries and says she doesn't want to be here anymore. I'm just wondering if you have suggestions how to help me with her self-esteem. Okay, there's a lot in here, and this is kind of a shortened version of the actual question that was sent in. So, first of all, I'm never giving it any medical advice. That's not what this is in any way. And so along those lines, anytime a child says something to the effect of, I don't want to be here, it's worth checking out. Doesn't mean that they're suicidal. So it's not worth freaking out, but it certainly is worth checking out. So what you want to check out is if any kid ever talks about not wanting to be here, right, or even says, I want to kill myself, what you then start to check calmly is how. Have you thought about how you would do it? Have you thought about when you would do it, right? Now, you don't go there unless they've said it a couple of times. They say it, then you just kind of watch. But if they say it a couple times, then ask them. Because if they have specifics, then it's something you absolutely need to get checked out with a professional. If they don't, then it's not as much of a concern. But always take it somewhat seriously if they're talking about not wanting to be here or actively killing themselves. Second, you've got a daughter here who's just developing really, really early, and all the emotional reactions she's having are entirely normal to the incredible hormonal development going on within her body. And because it's going on earlier than the other kids, her teachers are not used to seeing it. And so they may not exactly know how to respond to it well, since they're looking at an 11-year-old but in behavior, but it's a 9-year-old in age. So it's entirely normal, and that's always one of the helpful things to do, is when kids are having any struggles that are related to puberty, it's entirely normal to have the struggles, even when it's not normal to be developing that early. What's normal is to not know exactly how to handle this flood of hormones, physiological changes happening both within and on the outside. So the best thing is walk alongside your kids, right? Not be afraid to talk to them about it. Don't demand that they open up to you, but just say, you know what, it's been a long time since I went through that. I'm not exactly sure how it feels. You tell me. It's one of the easiest ways to get respect between you and your kid is to never assume you know how it feels. And since you dealt with it, they can too. You do the opposite. You know what, it's been so long. What is it? Is this one of those times when it's just really hard to be a 9-year-old? I don't remember. And that invites them, because you've taken a humble stance, shoulder to shoulder with them, rather than a toe to toe, and I know what it feels like, and here's what you need to do. In the longer version of the email, also, your daughter expressed that you had tried to praise her into feeling good about herself. And while that's always well-intentioned, it really never works out well. And your daughter even told you, in the longer version, your daughter said something to the effect of, Mom, you're supposed to say that. Right? That I'm beautiful. And she's right. It's in our self-interest that our kids are beautiful. It's in our self-interest that our kids are good at math, that they're good at athletics, right? So when we compliment them on that, it sometimes has the exact opposite effect. So if we go out of our way to compliment them on how beautiful they are, one of two backfires can happen. One is they think we're just doing it because we're supposed to, because we're their parents. Another one is that they think, wow, if they're going out of their way to tell me over and over and over how good I am, maybe it's because I'm not good. And so it actually creates doubt in them. And it's all because of the lie that we've been told that it's our job to create self-esteem. It's not. It's impossible to give your kids self-esteem. You can give them parent esteem, what you think about them, but you cannot give them what they think about themselves. The way that people develop, any child develops self-esteem is usually through accomplishment. Overcoming a task, even potty training. Yay, I pooped today, and they're all excited because they did something on their own. So, just be with her. Don't try to prop her up. Don't try to cheer her up. Just be alongside her and say, you know what, I'm willing to be with you during the down times. I'm willing to be with you during the high times. I'm willing to be with you during any time at all. That's my job, is I'm going to walk alongside you. And I'm going to be the even keel as you go through all these storms of puberty. All right, that's good. We'll talk to you next time.